Hello, all you leaders out there. I want to share a very, very fundamental thing, which is a non negotiable, right, for us as human beings. But I can tell you, guaranteed, it must be something that you are ignoring, or it must be something that you've not even thought about. But I promise this will turn around your life and the life of your team. The way they view you, the way they, stand with you as their leader is going to be completely different. And how you're going to feel about it, phenomenal, right? Yeah, so just stay on until the end because what I'm about to share is most important, right? Hi, I'm Aastha Tatia, daughter of two rock solid pillars, mother to a lovely daughter, wife of a humor king, an engineer, MBA corporate executive, turned anchor person, and now an author and a happiness coach, helping corporate leaders, business leaders turn around their game at workplaces by creating meaningful workplace relationships because that is what determines your happiness. Yeah. Now, if what you hear today makes sense, go ahead and hit the like button, share it with whoever you think needs to listen to this, and also subscribe to the channel if you've not done it already. At the core, what do we all want? Whoever it is, whatever role we are into, as a human being, at the core, the most fundamental thing that we want is love. Would you agree? Now, this may raise eyebrows. You would say, oh, what does this have to do in the professional context? Isn't leadership what you're talking about? So why are you bringing in love, right? Hold on. You'll get to know very soon. For a lot of people, it is not very comfortable to accept this as well. That at the core, what we want is love, right? Not because they don't want it, but we're all living in denial. Yeah. So, love is what we all want at the core. Love is what moves us, love is what pulls us, right? And that is true for your employees, for your teammates also, right? Now, the second eyebrow raise, oh my God, you're talking about love in the professional context, you're talking about loving team members. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking, right? As a leader, the biggest gift that you could give to your team members is the gift of love, right? Within the professional or workplace context, of course, the way it looks changes, the way it shows up, that love changes. Yeah, it's going to be very different from how you're showing love in your personal space. But the point is still that love is what it is, right? Now, a couple of things that I want to talk about here. Number one, what stops you from showing that love to your team members? Number two, what does that love even look like? Right? You're talking love, and I'm still not able to absorb what does it look like, right? So let's understand what stops you from showing that love. So one very basic thing is I can only give that which I have, right? When I am not able to give love to anyone outside, whoever that is, it is because it's missing here, right? So I want you to only consider this. The idea here is not to say something is right or something is wrong. It's only, I'm presenting it to you for you to consider it, right? So the idea is you not being in love with yourself, you not loving yourself is the reason you cannot give it outside. You cannot show that love, give that love to anyone else because you can only give that which you have, right? So that is where the work lies, which is learning to love yourself, filling up your tank, right? And I can tell you this is very serious. It's no joke. The reason you feel lost, you feel worn out, you feel burnt out, despite all the accomplishments, accolades, you have it all, you're growing up the ladder, you still feel not joyous, anxious, or you feel, where am I headed? What's the purpose? Is because somewhere, I'm not loving myself. At the core of it, at the source of it is that lack of love for myself. When I fill my own tank, and that's a process, that's a journey. How do I love myself? When I do that, that's when I can give that love outside. So the fundamental thing, giving love to others, starts with you loving yourself. You're not able to give it outside because it's missing here. Now, how can I show that love for my team? What does it even look like? Right? Now, here's a perspective that I want to share. Fundamentally, I'd say that love can look like safety. I would like to equate it to safety, a safe space. What does that mean? That doesn't mean job security, right? What it means is that in the presence of my leader, of my manager, of my boss, I feel safe, right? Whether he's there or not there, I feel safe. I feel the safety. And that comes from so many different factors. It is empathy, it could be the kindness, it could be the inclusivity, the respect that you're giving, the listening that you're giving to that person, the open communication that exists between you and that team member, right? The recognition, appreciation that you're giving to this person, the acknowledgement that is there, yeah, the fairness, no biases kind of a thing. All of these things, and there could be many more, add on to creating that safe environment where the person feels nurtured, nourished, and he feels, wow, there's no threat. And when there's no threat that I experience, imagine the joy of creation. Imagine how that person feels empowered, nurtured, and then he opens up. He's willing to give in his heart and soul to his leader, right? He just brings out all that he has. Yeah. And that boils down to safety. Yeah. Now, it's an opportunity for you to reflect as a leader. Are you loving your people? Are you loving them in a way where they feel safe in your presence, where they say, oh my God, I've never felt like this? Yeah. And is that even possible? Yes. Oh, but what if that'll make them complacent? They are not going to be serious about the work. It'll spoil them. Well, no, because where there is love, it comes with responsibility. Yeah, it comes with responsibility. So while there'll be times you will there'll be different nuances of love, so which means you even hold them accountable, but the other side of it, you're there for them when they need you, when they need to be heard, to be seen, right? Is this making sense? So I want you to reflect on, as a leader, are you loving your people? Are you providing, in the context is the safe environment, the safety in your presence? How do your people feel? Right? Do they feel safe? Do they feel respected? Do they feel listened, seen, heard, recognized, appreciated, acknowledged? How do they feel? Right? And if you're not loving them, then it's very important, very important. There's no problem, doesn't make you a bad leader, but it is extremely important that you step back and you are willing to look at what's happening here. How harsh you're being with yourself, why you're not loving yourself, right? And that has a lot to do with your beliefs, your past, all that you're carrying. When you do the work there, outside game changes because the inside game turns around. And the whole experience for you shifts, and the camaraderie between you and your team. So it just boils down to, there's no compulsion. It boils down to, what is your commitment towards your team? What is it that is important for you in your leadership journey? How do you want to evolve as a leader? What do you want to do with the stress, anxiety, the burnt out experience that you're having? What do you want to do with that? And if you think, no, that's fine, that it's okay, suit yourself. But if you are committed and you say, no, this is not what I want, and I really want to be the kind of leader and create that experience, then that is some serious work. Loving is a verb. It's not a noun. It's To love, it's a verb, it is action, it needs, with intention, it needs work, it needs everyday work. How you're showing up for the other person is what lands there. And it's not about what they need to give or do they deserve it. No, no, no. You show up in that way, irrespective of anything. The trust, very, very important. You show up in that way, irrespective of anything, and then you see them blossom. Yep. I hope this made sense. I hope this helped you reflect a bit and it opened up something for you. Let me know in the comments, what did you get out of this? What's opening up? What's brewing? Yeah, and what are you up to? And if you need support to detangle this a little more, to understand this more, some of the things I said resonated with you, and you're committed to your leadership, self-leadership, and the whole journey and the connect, feel free to reach out to me, drop me a message, and I'd be happy to support you, help you. Yeah. And if this made sense to you, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more such content, because remember, working on yourself is the only way for you to create the life that you desire. And for that, you need to be conscious of your environment, conscious of what you're feeding into yourself, right? So I'll see you very soon in the next one. Until then, keep loving and keep enjoying. Take care. Bye-bye.